Well, it's time for another review. This time, I'm going to be reviewing Undertale. This is another RPG that changes up the usual formula. The main gimmick of this game is that whenever you fight an enemy, you have the choice to either kill or spare them. Killing them is just a standard timed attack that you would see in games like the Mario RPGs. Sparing them, on the other hand, requires you to choose from several different actions in order to get the enemy to not want to fight you, and then spare them. Dodging attacks, on the other hand, has you avoiding them in a box on the lower screen. They can actually get pretty creative with what you're dodging. They also mix up your methods of dodging during the boss fights. You get money from both killing and sparing enemies, but you can only level up by killing enemies. Don't worry though, the game is perfectly beatable without killing any enemies. I've done it twice. If anything, because of things I won't spoil, the game may actually be harder if you kill everyone. As you would expect, the game uses a karma system based off whether you kill or spare enemies and how many you kill or spare. Also, just to let you know, the game can get pretty dark when you take the evil route. The bosses in this game are really good. It's a real shame that I didn't play this game before making top 15 boss battles. Otherwise, I would have put Metaton EX on the list, probably at number 3. Visually, the game looks pretty good considering it was essentially made by one guy in Game Maker. On the field, the 8-bit graphics look good, and in battle, despite being in black and white, they look great. The music in this game is great too. It's one of my personal favorite video game soundtracks. Some of my personal favorite songs from the game include The Spider Dance, Metal Crusher, and the fan favorite, Megalovania. This game also has a lot of great characters. I can't think of a single character from the game that I hate. My personal favorite character is Papyrus. If you've played the game, it's not hard to see why. Also, I can't believe I forgot to mention one of the biggest parts of the game, the humor. This game is funny enough to give Psychonauts and Lego City Undercover some tough competition. The game's pretty short, but it's still a lot of fun to replay. Not to mention, there are a total of 14 different endings. One thing in the game that I see as a downside, but many people see as an upside, is that you can never truly reset it without hacking into the game. Sure, there's a reset option that will take you back to the beginning of the game, but things will be different depending on what you did on your last playthrough. Also, one thing I should definitely warn you about is that if you ever complete a full genocide run, you will be permanently screwed out of getting a true pacifist ending ever again. Unless, of course, you hack the game. However, despite all this, Undertale is still a great game. You can get it for $10 on Steam, and I highly recommend it if you're a fan of RPGs. Now that I think about it, I can faintly remember another great game that costed $10 on Steam as well.